Info.
Nigeria Info.
Hi everyone, my name is Swat. That's the name my father gave me, but you can always call me Her Vocal Majesty. I'm the host of The Sunny Side on 95.1 Nigeria Info. It takes place every weekday, noon to 3 p.m., where we get to have all the lovely contemporary conversations. If your days are normally long and gloomy, well, not anymore, because I'm here to make it all bright and fun for you. So join me. It's an invitation. You don't want to miss out.
This is Nigeria Info.
You gotten it off your chest, and somehow the rest would be a gradual process towards solving, because no one ever remain in the same spot forever. And always have a passing phase. So why we have this opportunity around as confession today. So kindly get your phones, kindly get your WhatsApp. You can record a voice in case you don't want to call me physically, or just record that voice note and send them to the portal on 080-999-30137. Okay, repeat the number again, 080-999-30137. Send those messages. And if you want to call that same WhatsApp on your phone, please start as Nigeria Info and call us via the WhatsApp. So it's Confession Tuesday. Welcome, Lord. Thank you for joining me, my SWAT, and you can hide yours if you don't want anyone to hide you because of the sensitivity of things you have to say. All right. So I think this is where we go from here until about 3 o'clock. We're streaming live. Yes, we're streaming live on our YouTube page at Nigeria Info 95.1 Abuja. Streaming, you can join me from there, or you can kindly go to our Facebook on Nigeria Info 95.1 Abuja and also be a part of it. Comments there. And I'm glad to read them and acknowledge you as we get to see them. Okay, so that's it. I come to the WhatsApp portal. I wait for your call. Keep gliding and sliding up until the end of the show. Welcome on board. It's Tuesday. Yeah, we don't need to let this go on for too long. If you guys don't have any confessions make, we might just as well keep moving, but basically the idea is for you to call in and put forward anything whatsoever you want to get a check. The phone lines are open, and I understand our phone lines have a problem. So like I said, let's know if you have problems reaching out. Earlier on, I saw at least one of the lines blinking. Normally, we'd have all the lines blinking all at once, but it seems there is a problem with the phone line. So if you try a number, that's the phone line, and it's not working, please use the WhatsApp, okay? And the WhatsApp remains 009990137. And send messages there in case you want, okay? So I think we have a message here, and this one says that it's a problem. He has a home with his wife's temper. Okay, he said he's been married to his wife. Okay, I've been married to my wife for some years now, over 10 years. And the problem I have is that my wife has a very bad temper issue, in the sense that whenever we have a misunderstanding, she takes it all out on the kids. She takes it on the kids. She uses any item in sight to beat our children and punishes them, and starts getting to the extent of injuring, and he's really very worried about his character, that every time him and his wife have a misunderstanding, She takes it out on the children, using any item inside to the kids. Sometimes he said there was an instance she did that, and 2 of my kids couldn't go to school because they were badly hit by their own mother. I really don't know what to do right now. It's a big of concern to me. Okay, so that's it. One case, a man complaining about the bad temper of his wife and doesn't know what to do because she takes out, this aggression to the kids. You have been standing with your own husband and the kids get to suffer for it because she just keeps hurting them. So what should he do? Wow. I think it's a very complicated case. It's a big problem indeed, like you actually said. It's a big problem that people are not able to contain their anger or to control their reaction based on that emotional anger that comes with having misunderstandings with each other. But it's only very typical and very normal, especially when 2 people live together. There's no way that you can say you will not have clashes or disagreements. But for me, I think it doesn't even have to become violent. It doesn't have to go overboard. Like this woman that was getting worried about she and her husband being married for over 10 years or thereabout, I think she said. She said that what is really bugging is the fact that he and her have never raised their voice on each other. Like they have disagreements, but don't throw insults on each other, don't say very derogatory words to each other. They just manage their disagreements without raising their voice, without, throwing insult. And that she's worried. And I was like, what are you worried about? It's only normal. That's the best way to go about having, any disagreement. You don't have to be cantankerous about it. You have to be insultive about it. It's a level of low emotional intelligence if you are unable to manage anger. And that's what I would say here, right? I think your wife needs help. I honestly think she needs help with anger management. Because she knows she'll come for you, she now goes for vulnerable people, and those are children. And it's quite sad to see that a mother will hurt her own children because she has disagreement or she's upset with their father. These kids are innocent. You also see, in different cases where people have divorces or separation issues and they're using their children as tool to get across or to, pay back whatever, settle scores with their husbands or estranged husbands or wife, taking the children away, hiding them and refusing access. I think people need to rise above that. Draw those children, because those children are his. They don't belong to you, number one. They are just they were given to you as a gift for you to nurture them, to become the men that they ought to be, not because they are property or they belong to you, to speak. Because one day these children will you and move on with their lives, and what you impact onto them or the things you show to them would go a long way. So why do you beat these children? Why do you do that to them? You need to reevaluate emotional, stability. And I think it's something you need to talk to her about. And if it needs you going to look for necessary help, you need to do that, because she cannot continue on this trajectory. Someday these children would understand what their mother is up to, and God forbid would turn against, it will come back to her. Because they're innocent, they know what is happening. I think they are just kids, or they do understand what is going down. So in your sane moments, you need to have a serious talk and decide that she needs help. If not, in any time, those children will be taken away from her, so that you don't get to hurt them. Because if you do the crime, why do the time? So I think you need to stop on yourself, have some serious talk, and apart from the talk, which may not solve the problem, or it could just alert her to dangers of the trajectory on which she's going, you also to reach out for help. There's so many places you could go to, psychologists, people who help with anger management. We have a lot of life coaches around and people who can go ahead and do that. So that's much I can say for now. We have a caller on the line. Hello.
Hello, Your Excellency, Barrister Swat.
Yes, good afternoon.
I remember Mbosa Bakara Leketi speaking from PW.
Your radio is on. I can hear myself.
I don't offer more.
Yeah, okay. All right, go ahead.
My radio is now is off.
Okay.
When I connect, I off it.
Okay.
Honestly, that's creating a serious problem for itself. You may think those children are young, But the mental picture you are creating for them, the memory you are keeping for them, when they become adults, they may not like you. Honestly, if you have issue with your husband, I don't know. In fact, it's better you beat up than beating those poor innocent children. Imagine somebody who did not do anything to you because you want to get at your husband or you want to your wife, you begin to punish innocent. Is that not wickedness?
Okay, let me take this break, please.
Where you
Hold
can
on.
get it all trending.
Swat dropping on their vehicle, running, leaving their vehicle.
A place where you can air your vehicle.
Hi everyone, my name is Swat. That's but you can all call Majesty. I'm host of The Sunny Side on 95.1 Nigeria Info. It takes place every weekday, noon to 3 p.m., where we get to have all the lovely contemporary conversations. If your days are normally long and gloomy, well, not anymore, because I'm here to make it all bright sunny for you. So join me. It's an invitation. You don't want to miss out.
This is Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.
This is Nigeria Info. This is Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.
This is Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.
This is Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.
This is Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.
This is Nigeria Info.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Yes, you're welcome.
I guess I'm going to remain anonymous.
Okay.
There's something I've been meaning to get on chest.
Okay.
That I wanted to seize this opportunity to do that.
Mm-hmm.
For a little background to my name. I have an elder sister, and this happened many years ago. In the mid 1990s, when I was still a young child. It happened when my younger brother was, just after my younger brother was, I had an accident, and the accident is part of what's been on my chest. So before my younger brother was born, I was the last child at that time, my elder sister and myself. So I had all the attention focused on me as the last child at that time. But shortly after my younger brother was born, every attention shifted to him. And that kind of bothered me, but I didn't have any way to express it as a child. I didn't know of any way to express my concern because I felt neglected. The only way I was showing it was being disobedient, not wanting to go to school sometimes. So this happened on a particular day. I was prepared for school, but I just refused to go. I didn't want to go because I wanted attention in that way. So I was trying to attention, but somehow I was forced to go to school. So on our way to, I usually go to school with my elder sister. So she holds my hand across the road and that. So on a particular day, since I didn't want to go to school, I was very cooperative from the beginning. She tried to hold my hands, I'll push her away and stuff like that. So it got to a point to our school, there's a bookshop. She books it for herself. And instead that she gives it to me because I just caused trouble. So she said that it was for her, not for me. So I said, if she won't give it to me, I won't let her hold my hands anymore. So she decided to break the pencil, and she gave me one part and kept one part. I refused the part to me and insisted that she gives me the part of the cleaner.
Mm-hmm.
So when I refused this time, I left her and to cross the road. So I'm trying to cross the road. I was knocked down by a vehicle.
Oh my God.
And I was conscious. So after many months of the hospital and recovering, I started hearing the stories of what transpired during my state of unconsciousness. My elder sister, she's when I was hit by the car, that someone came from behind her and gave her a very dirty slap, you know, and that has been on my conscience for many years. And you know, I just wish I can go back and really talk to that and say something, because now as an adult, really thinking about what had happened, I felt he should have done that because, of course, one, it is my fault, and secondly, in a situation like that, you know, she was also a young girl, traumatized by the fact that her brother has been in the car. You know, going to steal her was just, I think it's just wrong. And sometimes, as here in this part of the world, people do it and feel justified. And I feel that was not right. Until this day, I carry that guilt in my heart. I feel terrible for making her go that kind of thing and all of that, simply because of my personal issues.
Have you talked to her?
I haven't really. She told me some years back. She told me some years back, and I really didn't say sorry. But I think I'll do that. Thinking about it, I'll call her and apologize. She's now a mother of many children. So
okay,
I'll call and I'll apologize.
Okay,
but I just say, let it off my chest.
Oh, that's good. Thank you so much for letting off your chest.
Thank you very much for giving me the platform.
You're welcome. You're most welcome. All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a pleasant time.
I will. Appreciate. Okay. Move on. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Welcome.
Actually, my name is, I'm calling from Muslim.
Okay. Do you have a confession to make?
Yes, my confession goes like this. It's just a kind of, because my religion, I should confess every blessed day. You know, I'm kind of trying to apologize to the whole world in any way I've maybe wronged any of us, anybody. So please, we should find it hard to forgive me. I'm a human being. To the confession, and I'm the first contact.
Okay, thank you so much. He said he wants to apologize to the whole world. It's interesting. Thank you so much. I hope people who feel offended or feel somehow because of your action towards them. I don't know you, so I have nothing to forgive from you or forgive you of. But thank you. Anyone still calling in? Hello, good afternoon. Dropped call. Okay, we have some couple of messages that have come in. Good afternoon. My problem is I'm 40 years of age. My organ is like a boy of 10 years old. And I have a wife, but she has never come about it, but I'm not comfortable with the size. Please, what is the way forward? What do you want, my brother? What do you want to do? This thing, right, is a very dicey one. I've heard a lot of people, especially medical personnel, who get to talk about the anatomy of especially men who get a bit uncomfortable. I don't want to. This is day radio. This is quite sensitive, so You guys have to understand me if I try to evade stuff. Kids are listening. And but the thing is, it's between you and your wife, right? It's between your wife. You guys, how often do you talk about that area of your life and find out what her needs are? If you are truly meeting them, people need to make it a habit, especially spouses, to talk about the other room activities and what it is that they need to improve on. Because people shy away from talking about it. Even between married couples, and you're wondering, what are you quiet about? Perhaps the reason why she's not said anything is because she doesn't have a problem with it. Perhaps the reason why she hasn't talked is because you are very insecure and she doesn't want to hurt your ego. Perhaps you guys have not made a habit to communicate with each other because it's not a culture in your marriage. Or perhaps you've shut her down once or twice that she has tried to complain to you about that. So my here is not about, the size, so to speak, but it's about your relations, actually as it has to do with that, with you and wife. If you are diligent and you are honest enough to find out what she needs, if you're meeting or not, how you guys can improve, what you guys want to do about that together. Because it's not you to take a decision. At least I know, speaking of from the Christian perspective, they tell you are not of himself now once you're, especially bodily. You have a partner who has say over things that happen on your so you have to talk about things. You heard all the options I said could be making her not to talk. Now, if you are diligent enough and you tell her that, look, you don't have any issues with you guys being very expert and honest about the area of your life, then you can take from there once you're able to get it back, If she's okay with it, then you bothered about it. Because it's of your own, it's not for you. It's about having to have a very comfortable and satisfactory relations with each other. And if you're also not satisfied, you also, make that each other. Be open, be communicative. And I think that will go a long way. So too many things that could go in that marriage. If you're not comfortable, find out if she's comfortable. And let her also make it a habit to encourage you that you are fine the way you are. That is if she's not. So if you guys have not on that culture, I think it's something you need to begin on. Okay, so I think I'm done with that. Let me also talk about, read this one from, okay, I don't know if I should call your name, even though you put it, you said, permit me to play this from here. I need help, please. How can I deactivate private number on Techno Spark C? The step-by-step guide, deactivate it, please. Anybody with solution can send it to you and you forward it to me. So, guys, Godfrey needs a solution. In case you're listening and you know anything how to deactivate private number on Techno Spark 8C, please forward it to me so that I'll get that across to him. Okay, that's bad. Let's also take on this one. He said, or whatever, the animal says, we dated for 4 years and have been married for 6 years, total of years. I've never raised my hand on my wife except this past 2 weeks. I don't know why. I don't have bad friends, so nobody is influencing me. And this happened 2 times in 2 weeks. Okay, what happened now? There must be something that is bugging you. There must be something. So you need to speak to yourself and look inward. Sometimes these things happen consciously and unconsciously. Maybe you've been taking in a lot of things, internalizing a lot of things. And that's why I was talking about communication. No matter how little it is, you must find time, even in the heat of the moment, but at the most great time to talk about, to communicate your feelings with each other, not to insult each other. Because if you keep internalizing it, the danger is that it keeps piling and you yourself may not even know. You say, okay, it's fine, it's okay. But then, that another action happened and you would want to connect it to the last. And in the real sense, it might not have some sort of action. And before you know it, it would trigger your acting upon this action, thinking that it's taking you for granted. So if it is bad friends, then it must be something that is happening with that you may not be conscious about. So search yourself and look through your relations in the last couple of weeks, months. What is it that she has done that is probably very annoying and that you did not verbalize it and you guys did not sort it and you incite it and it's probably triggering action because nobody supports you when it comes to domestic violence. You know that, right? Twice, 2 weeks, that's a little too much. In the perpetual and habitual, beaters or spouse batters don't do that. So you need to ask and get the needed help necessary before this generates into something else. You hurting her badly, killing her, or getting to a point where you lose your marriage as a result of that. You need to quickly think about and reach out for help. Okay, so moving away from that, we all have this one. Okay, oh no, I feel for the man, but there is hope. The man needs to begin by finding out things that upset his areas he can work on himself first. Women don't just nag. A husband sometimes and consistently offend his wife must check his role. Another is the wife's mom. For a woman to lash out at her own children is not normal. Early menopausal signs affect a woman's hormones. Bad for some. Advice: the man has much work. She needs to accept to see a psychiatrist. Okay, Rudy, I think you're responding to the very first issue, woman battering her children in response to her husband, right? Okay, yeah. We have a voice note here, and let's listen to that.
Good afternoon, Ma'am Swat. There is something that happened to me.
What's it sounding like that? Let me play that again.
Good afternoon, Ma'am Swat. There is something that happened to me. You know, most of when you mention this of parents or mothers or father, their children against one another, and maybe the mother will keep the child away from the father, not so that the father will not see life. Well, while I was growing up, my mother and I always had issues. So my mom kept me away from dad. I hardly see my dad. So my mom was later, she was sick and she died. So I was staying in my mother's now with my grandmother and my mother's sisters. So my dad later became sick too. So he asked my grandfather's house. I was staying with him in the hospital. So he sent him to me to bring me to the hospital that he wanted to see me. But unfortunately, my mommy's family refused him access to me, so able to see me. Then I was little. This happened like about 10 years ago. But up to date, I'm still feeling this because I feel like dad died heartbroken. He was not able to his only daughter before he died. So please, parents should always make that no matter what, that they allow access their children. They should allow the father to see their children or the mother to see their children whenever they want to, whether they are divorced or not. Although I'm not encouraging couples to divorce, please, law should always be the cornerstone in every family.
Yes, indeed. Coming from a victim herself of this deprivation, or how do I call it? Torturing a spouse, punishing them by using your children as bait or as shield or whatever. I don't know how to even call it. It's really wrong. People who are doing that need to reevaluate their actions. Please, not your children. No matter how bad your relationship with your spouse partner has degenerated, allow them, because your child is not your. It took two people for God to use to bring forth children to the world. So why would you want to deny those innocent soul of their parents? Parent love is a God-given right of, and then you as a human coming in on that path, it's a path to destruction. Please, thank you so much. And I'm really sorry that your dad had to die heartbroken without having access to you. It's just very sad. But I'm sure you've learned that, and in the future, in your own life, I'm sure you'll not let that thing happen, right? Okay, appreciate that. Let's see. I think we have this other message here that has come in. I'm at 3 years and no issue. I've asked my wife, let's go to the hospital for checkup. She refuses, and I know I don't have issues because I've impregnated a lady before, even a normal, some normal calisthenics, just some small things, and she was pregnant. I'm thinking of writing the marriage because I'm not getting younger. What else should I do? Why is she refusing for a checkup? That's a big question. Why exactly? What's her excuse? Because you don't have an excuse. In fact, in many instances, you find the man being a bit reluctant. And in this case, it's a woman. So is it that she's hiding something? If she's not hiding anything, then why is she not going for the test? I think you need to press hard to get the answer. I'm not one that advise you to, for third party, especially when it comes to issues of marriages, as much as you can try and solve issues within the home, in home, not inviting any third party. But then on this one, if she remains adamant, and because it's based on a very crucial factor like kids, then I'm afraid you may have to reach out, to maybe your spiritual or parent or something, especially her mom. But you need to this as a project to dig deep and ask her why, because there must be a reason. If, for example, you say, let's do this, and your partner says no, at least expect an answer, right? Even based on frivolities, but this is something very important, especially children. I don't know what you guys talked about before you got married as having children. I know that people decide they don't want children. There are some people who just want one and all of that. People need other things before getting married. But if it comes to that, if there's something you have agreed you want to have a family, and then the time has now come for you to work towards that, and she is sabotaging the effort, then there must be a reason. She should talk to you about these things. And then if you have satisfactory answers, fine. If not, insist on it. If not, then you have to take it up so that that would be sorted out. Just because of things like that, just say, okay, but then if you keep pushing and pushing and she doesn't respond, then you have to find a way to get her to, open up about this issue, because it's very, very important to you and for the continuity of your family, right? So press hard, and she has to give you good reasons, because she cannot just tell you no, that's it. No, it's way more than that. Good afternoon, Nigeria Info. Listeners, my confession goes like this. I'm a married man. I'm in a relationship with a girl I love so much. She's a mother. I met her in Abuja last year. I'm ready to marry her as my second wife, but it comes to my notice as she went to her hometown for Christmas last year that the father of her son went and paid her bride price at that time and went to marry her. So I told her that since her bride price had been paid by someone, I'm not interested in the relationship anymore, but she has been calling me on that she did not love the man anymore, that she loves me more than the man, that it's her parents that are forcing her to marry that man. Oh, I'm sorry. The disturbance is too much for me, so I have to block her number. I don't know whether I have done, though I was why her sister didn't allow her to come back to Abuja, so I feel guilty. I need your advice. What advice do you need, sir? You're a married man, first of all. Does your religion permit this? Okay, because as far as I'm concerned, it's something outside the confines of marriage. You're having a relationship with somebody else. If you want to take her in as your second wife, why are you carrying on as though you have the luxury of keeping a relationship outside and being married at the same time? That's double standard. So you're permitted, within your social, cultural confines and all of that, or religious beliefs to marry. Why didn't you marry since? Why didn't you discuss with family and you guys agree and get in? If the purpose and the thing or the prevailing circumstances were right. I don't know why you had to. And then now the father of her son, ordinarily, if he's somebody who would want to have a close-knitted family, has paid her bride price. I don't understand. The whole thing sounds a bit complicated and all of that. But he has paid her bride price. So I think it's time for you to move. And do your own home and fix your own home and do what is necessary. Because you've blocked her. It means that you've already wiped her, off the slate, right? Because that's serious for you. And once, in some settings, once the price or dowry has been paid, that means she'd be betrothed to another man. So you don't have any business with her anymore as far as the whole prevailing situation is concerned. Okay. Good afternoon. I have a confession. Where's the confession? Nothing. You've not written. And then Hafsat says, hi, Swat, job. Thank you so much. Yeah, we have about 9. So they're about to go before the end of the show. You can call on 080-999-30137. It's the WhatsApp number, and to hear from you on Confession Tuesday. Hello.
Hello.
Yes. Good afternoon. Okay. Welcome. Go ahead. Hello. Hello. Okay. I think the went up there. You can call me back in case you to still, make your confession before I go. Like I played that voice. You can also record your voice note in case you don't want to call in or something. All right. Appreciate all the contributors so far. It's been an interesting day. So, and And we are moving on till the end of the program. It's 2 p.m. So counting down last 2 calls, hopefully before I say my goodbyes on Confession Day. Once again, 080-999-30137. Hello? Hello? I know you can hear me. Why you call? You are not interested in talking. Please don't call the number if you're not interested in talking, okay? Ostola Bansi on YouTube says, Madam Swat, where is Debbie, your colleague? Good afternoon. Debbie is on her leave. Yes, he should have known that by now. Hello? Hi.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I'm 9 years old.
Okay. Okay.
So when I was 17 years, kind of to get talk to my guys, and it was like most of them masturbate, and I decided to try it one day. Like I got off. And my problem is I just can't stop. Try to stop 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, 2 months, go back. Like don't know what to do.
Okay.
It's been going on now for like 2 years.
Have you talked to about this? Maybe your I don't know the relationship you have parents, but maybe someone in your family or something.
No, not really. I don't stay with my parents. Like I left my parents when I was 30 years old.
Oh. Who do you stay with?
My uncle.
Okay. So who have you talked with about the problem?
Nobody, just my friend, my close friends. That's all.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so can you drop the phone and listen to me?
Okay, man.
All right, thanks so much. Yeah. Right, let's quickly take this commercial, and then when we come back, we'll just address a bit on your issue as we begin to round up the Confession Tuesday right here. Don't go and stay with me.
Girl, you and the vanilla. Don't you ever get tired of it?